Hello and welcome to the video. In this video I'm going to be showing you the most useful Gmail features that you can use right now. The first feature is Smart Compose. Smart Compose allows you to draft your emails quicker. It provides suggestions to complete your sentences. Now this operates fully in the background as you're typing out your emails. Before you can use Smart Compose you need to make sure it's on. So if you go to mail.google.com, sign in with your account, then you'll need to click on settings. Then you'll need to come down under general, come down to Smart Compose. You need to make sure writing suggestions is on, and then Smart Compose personalization is on also. Make sure you save your changes. Once you've done that, you can then go ahead and create a new email. I've already got one open down here, but you can start typing an email. So please see attached the CV. And then as you start typing, you can see there it's already filled out for me, you requested. Then all you need to do is press tab to complete the fill. The second feature we have is Smart Reply, which suggests quick responses to messages that you receive. So it suggests up to 3 responses based on the email that you receive, and you can either use that response immediately or you can use it as a starting point to then further build out your reply. As you can see here, you've got the 3 responses for Smart Reply, and you can either click on one to reply instantly, or you can click on one and continue the message and use the reply as a starting point. The third feature is confidential mode. This allows you to send, if you're sending like some sensitive content, then it allows you to set like an expiration for that email. So you set when that email can no longer be read or accessed at all. You can essentially control and restrict the ability for the recipient, so the person you're sending to be able to forward, copy, print or download the email. And you can revoke access at any point in time. So if you send something and then later on decide actually they don't need access anymore, you can actually revoke access to that particular content in the email. Just be aware that it doesn't prevent all types of like data extraction. So for example, people can still take screenshots or use some kind of software to download that content. To use confidential mode is super simple. First of all, you need to create an email. Then you need to put in the email address you're sending to, and then you fill out that email with the sensitive information that you have. You can also attach a document if you have some document you want to share that contains sensitive information. Then all we need to do is come down to here, the little padlock icon that says toggle confidential mode, and click on that. Then as you can see here, you can set the expiry of the email. So 1 day, 1 week, a month, 3 months, or 5 years. Then you can set if it requires a passcode. So no SMS passcode is required for the recipient to open this email or the attachment. Or you can set an SMS passcode here, which if the recipient has Gmail, then they'll receive the SMS text message essentially. And if they don't have Gmail, then they will receive a passcode via email. Then once you've done that, click save. And then as you can see here, it says content expires on the date that you selected. Recipients won't have the option to forward, copy, print, or download this email. Then hit send. The fourth feature is called Nudge. This identifies important emails that you may have missed or forgotten about and puts it at the top of your inbox just so that you don't forget about it. Nudge is enabled by default, so you don't have to do anything. However, as you can see on the screen here, received 3 days ago reply. That's an example of Nudge just giving you a reminder about an email. The fifth feature is email snoozing, which, as the name suggests, allows you to put off an email for a certain period of time. So you can set that for tomorrow, you can set that for next week. It's just something that you don't need to get to right now or you don't want to get to right now. You can then set a reminder to essentially move that email away from your attention, and then it comes back again at a later date that you specify. Snoozing an email is quite simple. All you need to do is find the email that you want to snooze. So in my example, it's Uber. Then on the right hand side, you've got this little clock icon that says snooze. Click on that, and then you can choose whether you want to snooze until later today, tomorrow, next week, next weekend, or you can pick a time and date of your own. Then click save. The next feature is offline mode. So as the name suggests, this allows you to essentially download a bunch of emails for a set period of time. Normally it's 7, 30 or 90 days that you can view when you're not connected to the internet. So you can do things like send emails, look at existing emails. It won't, obviously, if you're not connected to the internet, it's not going to be able to obviously obtain new emails that come in during that period that you're not connected to the internet. But essentially when you're sending emails, they sit in your outbox until you're connected back to the internet, and then at which point they'll send. Just a quick note that this is only available for Chrome browsers. To turn on offline mode, click on the settings in the top right, then click on see all settings. Over on the right hand side, click on offline, then tick the enable offline mail. It'll tell you the storage that's being used, currently 12 meg. The sync settings, so you can store your emails for 7, 30 or 90 days, as I said. You can choose to download attachments, which will consume more memory, hard disk space on your computer. The security, so do you want to keep your data offline even though you're logged out of your Google account or you've changed your password? Or do you want to remove the data once you've logged out? And that will obviously remove the data stored on your hard drive. Just be aware, if you select this option, then each time you sign into your Google account, it's going to have to resync, which can take a couple of hours. Make sure you save your changes. The seventh feature is recall sent emails. So if you've sent an email, it allows you to recall that email if you didn't mean to send it or you've made a mistake of some kind. Now, how it actually works is it does actually delay sending the email, so it will sit in your outbox for a period that you set, which is between 5 to 30 seconds, and then it allows you to undo that email, basically not send the email. First of all, we need to set the cancellation period for the undo send. So if you click on settings and go to see all settings, then you'll see right here under general, you've got undo send. This is the amount of time that Gmail provides you to undo the sending of the email. So I've got mine set to 30. So you can set yours to whatever you want. And make sure you save your changes. Then you need to create an email. So in this one, I've got this one. That's a big mistake. So once you've sent the email, you'll then see down here, you get a message sent box. So what you need to do is just click on undo. And that will undo the email, and you can see it's popped up on the screen. The next feature is the ability to schedule emails. So this allows you to set a time in which an email is sent, and you can schedule up to 100 emails, which then get stored in the scheduled folder within your Gmail account. Now this is obviously particularly useful if you need to send an email that's outside of business hours, for example, or maybe not business hours, but when you're sleeping, for example. And yeah, it allows you to send that. Say if you need an email sent at 3 a.m, for example, and you know you're not going to be awake at that time, then you can actually use a scheduled email, which is quite handy. Just bear in mind that it is a couple of minutes late, so if you really need to get an email out, say at 3 a.m, then just make sure you're sending it a couple of minutes before, just to ensure that it arrives on time. To use schedule send, first open up an email that you want to schedule the send of. And then down here, it's got send. There's going to be an arrow pointing down for more send options. Click on that, and then click on schedule send. Then you can see you can select tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, Monday morning, or select date and time. Once you've selected the date and time that you want to send the email at, click on schedule send. Notice you can undo if you want to down here, or you can view the message. You can see under the scheduled folder that you've also got that email, and again, once you click into it, you can click on cancel send if you wish. And the last feature is the ability to translate emails. So if you've got an email that comes in that's not set at your preferred language, you can translate that email. To translate an email is very simple. As you can see here, I've got an email that's come in in another language, and I'm going to translate that to English. And there we go. As you can see, this is an email in Italian. And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.